Hey everyone. So, this time I have a much smaller transformer than last time. Because Starscream was a deluxe class, or I'm blanking on his name for what Prime called their deluxe classes. Over here, I have not the only Megatron I have, but the only Megatron I have on hand. I do have somewhere, I want to say it's Robots in Disguise Galvatron. And I also have a Beast Wars Megatron. This is the only G1 Megatron I have. This itty-bitty Legion class Universe line, which is ultimately incredibly tiny. Now, they called them Legends class for Universe. This is not very legendary. This is a can of Coke Zero. He is not very big. While I do have Starscream back there, I have Waspinator within reach. So this is the current universe Waspinator. This is Megatron. If I put him closer to the camera, he looks bigger. But, like, seriously, look how tiny he is. Waspinator could grab him and carry him away. No, come back. Okay, back you go, Waspinator. I really need to get a big Optimus Prime one of these days. I know that's what a lot of the other reviewers use for their comparisons. What I can show you for a comparison, just to give you an idea of how ridiculously tiny this guy is, and I believe this will be going up before the video where I show this particular set of Ranger keys. You'll probably notice my videos are a little out of order compared to when I record them. That is intentional to save me sanity. So, just to give you an idea, after I transform this guy, which is super quick, by the way, I will be grabbing the a Ranger key. Once I'm done transforming this guy, which goes super quick, by the way, I will grab a Ranger key and show you a comparison of Megatron's robot mode in Legends class to a Super Megaforce Ranger key. An American Ranger key, not a Gokaiger Ranger key. Those things are kind of beefy. So here we have him. For this, I actually just realized that I have no zoom on this camera. Negative side of my laptop's camera, which is what I use for most of my videos, the exposure is much better. I can adjust the brightness automatically, and the white balance isn't too bad. Even if I lean back under my LED lamp here. I would much rather prefer to use the cell phone camera, but it has terrible exposure. And because of that, it's very hard to show things. Plus, I have no stand for it. If I got a tripod for this thing, you'd be getting full HD transformation videos. Maybe I should just get a normal camcorder. I might look into a normal camcorder if I get enough views in the future. At the moment, not quite enough on YouTube to warrant that. But if I get enough comments here on YouTube, or I get enough reblogs with comments over on Tumblr or on Facebook, I will be certain to look into an actual camcorder. So let's get started with his transformation. I'm going to lean this in here. To start his transformation, first, actually, let's look at the vehicle mode. It's a nice little tank. There's a little gap in his treads that I can look through. Hello. But overall, for a little $6 thing I got at Dollar General, not too bad. His I love the camo on him. The transformation, first we're going to split the top here and break your fingernails in the process, because that always happens. I bite my nails, but look, it's already pulling them up. So now we have a little tank like this, and I like keeping him like this to an extent. Maybe with the fists flip forward, because he doesn't have a battle mode. I think he needs a battle mode. This looks kind of cool to me, for one. Plus, that lets his little turret rotate, so you can go like... Look, you're watching a YouTube channel with a grown man playing with Transformers. If you don't expect me to act like a 5-year-old at some point, you have very high expectations of me. Anyway, so now that we have him in his little battle mode here, we're going to unfold the legs. Just out like that. Now we're going to stand him up on the legs. Just push down the little front there and make his chest. And this is the weird part of the transformation. We're actually going to move the arms back this way, and then spin the gun down like that and push it forward. The ratchet for the gun is actually anchored through Megatron's head, if you can see the little bolt there. And because of that, he can't really move his head, which is a bit of an issue. He can move it this way a little bit as far as his articulation goes, so you can kind of see him go whoop, whoop. But he has no ability to move his head back. Megatron can't look up. So Optimus needs a flying mode. That's what we're getting at there. His arms have some decent articulation to them. They're not really a ball joint, but they're not bad. And they do have this little swivel joint, but it only lets them go down that far. His legs can bend, so he can knee people and go, oof, which is kind of cool. You can go, choo, choo. Oh. His hips are on ball joints. And plus side with ball joints, or connects joints, as I call the little swivel in his head here, is that if they pop out, it's fairly easy to replace them. Nice little guy. If you don't have a lot of room, totally worth it, because he's only like $6. At least he was, or I got him. I also got a Starscream, a Bumblebee, and an Optimus Prime from the same line. So there is some good stuff available at Dollar General when it comes to Transformers, unlike that cursed CVS. So like I said for our size comparison, here is Legends Class Universe Megatron, and here is an SPD Ranger Key. And as you can see, the Ranger Key actually comes up to Megatron's chest. This is not very tall. The scale is totally different on these guys. If you were to compare this to a normal Power Ranger, and this to a normal Transformer, this scale kind of puts Megatron at a Minicon size, and I do not want to see Minicons at this scale. So, scale's a little wonky. Is he worth it? He's worth $6. It's good to have in your pocket if you need to fidget. Totally worth it for just having a Megatron if you can't afford a big one or don't have the room for a big one. Totally go for it. Yeah, I would say it's pretty cool. He's also just small enough that you can have other Transformers ride on him. Yeah!